Hey everybody, I am Dawn McGee, your nutrition evangelist. Today I'm posting a recorded session. We tried to go live. We had technical difficulties and I am so sorry about that. As you know, I help women who want to get off the sidelines and so they can enjoy their life without giving up foods that they love. Today I am talking with Jennifer Jackson, a mind body coach, which I am super excited. This time you'll actually be able to hear her. Jennifer, can you take a minute and introduce yourself, please?
Thanks so much, Dawn. It's just such a pleasure to be here and pleasure to be able to hear you as opposed to our live streaming, which was crazy technology. As Dawn said, my name is Jennifer Jackson. I am a mind-body practitioner who helps women over 40 end the struggle with food cravings, emotional eating, self-sabotage, and yo-yo dieting. And I have a business called The Missing Piece, P-E-A-C-E, to weight loss, where I work with women individually as well as in groups to move them through what I call the PEACE process. And PEACE is an acronym for the 5 steps in my process. P stands for prepare your personal plan. And I think that's a lot what you do, Dawn. It's finding sustainable nutrition, hydration, movement, good habits that you can, not a diet, but a way of life that works for you and your body. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then E stands for end emotional eating, and that's where my tapping really comes in. We're going to talk about that in a minute. A stands for accept your awesome self, because our beliefs about ourselves are so important. And I know you and I have talked about this, that so many women just have their worth defined by that silly number on the scale, right? And they don't feel worthy or valuable or lovable or attractive if that number doesn't say what they think it should say. So I know you are a big proponent of throwing out that scale, and I really love that. And among all the different beliefs, that one for me is like the first one we look at is you are awesome no matter what that silly number says. And then C stands for C, self-sabotage, and that's sort of an ongoing process of really looking, compassionately observing yourself when you kind of do what you didn't plan to do. And you look at your behaviors and you kind of say, isn't that fascinating? Isn't that curious? Why am I doing that? And then digging deep and finding those subconscious programs that are kind of getting in your way. And that's where the mind-body techniques really kick in too. And then E is evolve your habits. And I know you're a big proponent of healthy habits. And it's a gradual thing. It's not going to be like you have these habits and then the next day you have new habits. It's an ongoing bit by bit up leveling. So this is something we just kind of tick away at bit by bit until you're having the habits that you can be your most empowered self.
I love that. And you are right. I am a big proponent of throwing away your scale and looking for non-scale victories, figuring out what your goals really are, because inevitably your goals are not really about a number on a scale. It's about maybe moving your body better or running around with your kids or having the energy to go out with your friends and not say, gotta get to bed. So many other things. That's the real heart of it all. And that's what we get to. So I absolutely love your philosophies, which is one of the reasons I wanted to have you join me today. So tell me, I mean, that was a lot, right? There's a lot to it. And, having a healthy lifestyle it's a lifestyle. It's not a quick fix. There's no magic 1, 2, 3. But if you could have folks just do one thing, what one thing or one tip would make a difference for them?
So I know with the pandemic, there is a lot of emotional eating going on. More so than usual. And it makes so much sense because you think about it, our stress has increased, our uncertainty has increased, our boredom has increased, and so many of our fun activities and our distractions and our soul food has been limited. But our physical food has not been limited. In fact, we're in a lot closer proximity to all that food than we used to be. And it's really, they've never said, oh, well, due to the pandemic, you can't buy chocolate. Like that hasn't happened. So it's tempting to stock that pantry with chocolate or or cookies or chips or whatever it is your go-to is. So, and I know I've seen a lot of posts and heard that people are not super happy with this habit and the way they're filling in their clothes. So if that's you, I want you to ask yourself 3 questions when this happens. So if you are feeling the urge to eat outside of your healthy meals and snacks, first of all, ask yourself, am I physically hungry? Like, am I actually hungry? If you are hungry, if you need nourishment, then find a healthy snack. There's no problem in having a healthy snack, but if you're hungry, fuel yourself. If your answer is no, I'm not hungry, well, then we take a look. So then you ask yourself, what am I feeling? Am I anxious? Am I bored? Am I lonely? Am I angry about something? Am I discouraged? What's going on? And that's where we really do the mind-body techniques. And I'm going to tell you how you can learn about those in a minute. But that's where they really come in, and you can really process those emotions through your body. And sometimes that's enough to just make a different choice. But if that's not quite enough, if you're kind of like, okay, well, I did my tapping, but what's next? Then really ask yourself what's behind wanting to eat. So what am I looking for in those brownies? What am I looking for? What am I hoping to get at the bottom of the bag of chips? And so often people say, it's comfort. I want comfort, or I want companionship, or I want excitement. I'm freaking bored with this pandemic. I want something exciting, and there's nothing exciting to do. So, so what I suggest is, before you get to that point, like when you're feeling pretty neutral, make a list of things that make you feel good. So a lot of my clients have had success with kind of creative projects, like handwork projects, like sewing or crafts. Or if you're not super crafty, some people get like an adult coloring book, turn on some nice music, light a candle, you're busy, you're feeding your soul, and that's like a super healthy, and it's not adding extra calories and carbs to your diet. Or maybe you want to take a bath, or maybe you want to take a walk, or maybe there's a friend you can call, maybe there's an accountability buddy you can call and say, hey, I want to eat those chips, help me. But whatever it is, find things that feed what you need, feed that need of companionship or excitement or soul nourishment, and look outside of your pantry and your fridge and see what you can come up with.
I love that. I think that is such an important piece of advice, because it is so easy for us to open the cabinet and grab, and really the stuff that we grab quickly is very rarely the healthiest stuff we have in the house, right? Let's be honest with ourselves. And the other thing you can do, I love that you said, if you're hungry, eat, right? We're not here for deprivation. Set yourself up for success by having some stuff prepared in the fridge. I'm not a big fan of, extensive prep, right? I'm not one of those people who cooks all my meals and prepackages them. Nope. Right? But what I do, because protein is often the long pole in any meal, I'll cook some of that ahead of time. So in my fridge right now, I've got, we grilled some steak tips, and they're there to grab. I did a pork tenderloin in the Instapot that was really amazing. And so that's sliced up. Right. Love my Instapot. We get a fresh fish delivery every week. So now I've got salmon pre-portioned, pre-cooked, ready to go. So, and hard-boiled eggs, always. So that's super simple. You can always do that with a piece of fruit, and you are fueled, ready to go. I love the other ideas. I do have a coloring book sitting upstairs that's been sitting, just waiting for some attention. So that's another great suggestion too. And especially at this time of year, here I am in Boston in the fall, it's a glorious day today. Outside fresh air would definitely be a go-to for me. So thank you so much for doing that. I love the ideas. And I'm sure you've got tons more, because it's quite there's a lot to do, right? So tell me how people can get in touch with you, or how they can learn more, what you've got going on.
Yeah, well, I am giving a free tapping workshop a week from today. at 5 o'clock Pacific time, because I'm in California. It would be 8 o'clock for you and anyone on the East Coast. And it is called Tap Away Food Cravings. So people come, it's a super fun workshop. I gave one last night. People come with the food they most crave. So usually there's some version of chocolate or some chips or maybe some wine or some, you never know what's going to show up. But, and I have people rate their craving, and usually in the evening, it's generally pretty high, usually 8, 9, 10. Some people have said 14 out of 10. And we do the process, and people are amazed, always, every class. They're like, by the end of the class, they're like, I don't need to eat that food. I don't care about it. I could throw it away. I don't need it. And this doesn't mean that you're never going to enjoy this food. It just means you have more control. So you get to decide when, if, how much, rather than it calling to you and demanding to be consumed. So that's a free workshop. And if you would like to attend that, it is, the link is, when we're going to put this in the chat, or the comments, is www.bit.ly/craving tap. So it's CRAVING tap. And if you just want to get in touch with me, I do one-on-one sessions, or if you can't make that workshop and you want to just ask more questions, or even get my 3 tips that I said today, my 3 steps, my email is Jen, Jen, at discoverthemissingpiece.com.
Very cool. And we'll put all of that in the comments, so you don't have to worry about getting that all down right now. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining me today. I love it. I learned some new things. It's always great to talk with you for our audience. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, drop a note in the comments, tag Jennifer or tag me, and we will get right back to you. And until next week, what I hope, as always, is that you live a life you love without being hungry, feeling deprived, or giving up your glass of wine with dinner.
I
Until
love
next
that.
week.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Dawn. It was so wonderful to talk with you.